Okay, so I said I was going to do a replay commentary on Canadians, so here we go. I was playing with Sus Boss and Death's Head, and I'm playing Canadian, and essentially I'm responsible for this middle area for the most part. Death's Head is playing up here, and Sus Boss is down here. I believe he's using a British deck. And Death's Head's playing an American deck, I believe. So what I kind of like to do with Canadians generally at the start is get some Bandus and choppers, and I kind of just drop them off in some different, locations, kind of pushed up. I believe what I'm trying to do here on this map is get the Bandus set up inside these forests right here. I've got a couple of double blowpipe units here. I do need to upgrade the veterancy on these probably, so they'll be a little bit better. I hadn't done that yet on this deck. Yeah, that it really is the weakness of the Canadian deck is AA. So generally you're going to be playing them with teammates that have some decent AA. But you do need to try to use your blowpipes and get them set up so you can at least contribute to some degree. The Ito is one of the better Canadian units that you have. They do have the Tua, but Ito's already pretty awesome. I mean, I have the Tua in my deck, but I don't necessarily use them a lot. Now, Death's Head was saying that he was gonna put some light riflemen up on these hills, which is a pretty good idea. I'm going to get a Canadian Pathfinder unit up here to kind of be our eyes in that area. This time I'm starting with a couple of M109s. Sometimes I have 6 of them in my deck. Sometimes I'll start with all 6 when I'm playing Canadian, because the way I see Canadians, that's really important in your role is using your artillery. Let's kind of look at what our British counterpart has got going here. And I've actually never played the British deck, so if there's a faction that I know the least about, that would be it. This is probably a Soviet airlifted deck. Just my guess at this point. Now when I play Canadians, I generally start out with 3 starfighters so that I can attack helicopter units. Got my starfighter drawn out. We'll see how that goes. He's out helicopter. And he's obviously got a ton of helicopter units around here. I think I got one in my I-8 there as well. So I'm probably coming around for some more passes, or I'm out of back. I don't remember. Go ahead and take my... That one's probably dead. Yeah. Oh well. So, basically came out even there. But that definitely really put a damper into his plans to push up into this area. Gave us a better chance to deploy. As you can see, I got the Vandus out. I'll probably group these back up into 20s. Get them down into these forests. I think these are really good positions to occupy in front of Killa. Now we did kind of take a risk in this game of not really defending Echo early. I'll jump right on that probably next thing. So we'll see what I'm bringing out here. Bringing out some more blowpipes, some more Vandus and choppers. I think those are, yeah, those are going over here to Echo. Got my eye toes kind of set up to cover this wide area here if he shows here. If anything comes up here, these Vandus can jump on them. If you don't know, the Vandus have the Carl Gustav, which is probably the best infantry rocket launcher, besides the VDV. I think Sauce Boss is wanting us to get in on this area here. This guy's got kind of a tough job ahead of him covering this entire side. They really needed to get some stuff in back here. Would have been a good idea. If you're not aware, the Chaparral is essentially the best chopper killer in the game. I think it's got 3,500 range against chopper. Is probably the best in the game. It's a seed aircraft. You have nothing seedable. Yeah, we have nothing seedable at this point. I think there might be some tracked rapiers over here, probably. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah. So this is kind of what I do as Canadian a lot is. He's got paladins. I've got these artillery here. Found these conquerors in here. He pushed up some infantry carriers just to kind of scout out. So those conquerors are going to have a rough time with that. And I've got my Vandus up here on the hill. So anybody that tries to come up here they're not going to be able to get through those. Unless they have some serious artillery support. Canadians have very good recon helicopter. Over here, one of the good things about the Canadians is the Canadian rifles, just cheap infantry that can work good in large numbers. So I believe that's what I'm using here. These are Canadian rifles. And I'm trying to get over here, but I know that there's some stuff in here. So I'm going to go ahead and just see if I can get up in this hill first. So we're sending our Canadian rifles on a little assault up the hill here. They've run into these BTR-80s. And those things are going to get toasted for sure. So immediately we get artillery support in on that. Make sure when you got these guys coming in, the law is stationary, so you're going to have to stop them before they'll shoot the law. But the law will be able to take care of those BTR-80s, no problem. Oh boy. So he's bringing this a little group of BMP 2Ds in. So we'll see what the Canadian rifles can do versus that. So they're not having the time of their life, but what do you think is coming in? Yeah, you guessed it. More artillery. So I've got an extra set out now. He's got the paladins. Paladins are amazing. Rifles hanging in there. Okay, escape gets it back. I was a little concerned I was going to hide my HUD and not be able to get it back. A lot of times if you have infantry groups get down to low numbers, it's good to regroup them. So he definitely kind of lost quite a bit there. So we're going to try to exploit that. Now, Army Rangers, just like the Vandus, have the Carl Gustav. And they can dish out some serious damage. Very good infantry. Boom. Who's gonna win? But nice if they'd have used the other Gustav. And they win. One left. What do you know? Let's see what we got going on over here now. So we've got a command in Echo now. 2 commands. Oops. Where? Come bring in some more Vandus. We're probably gonna do a push into Kilo here in a minute. I wish I could show my income and some other things, but I don't guess you can do that. Okay, now we're seeing only my point of view instead of everything. Might be a little more interesting. these rangers survive this, I'll be impressed. So my bandos are advancing. One was going up from here. One's trying to get into this forest. And once again, you see the power of the Carl Gustav just running up and popping stuff down. Bandos are very good infantry. Suppressing them. And the Rangers go down. Oh, it's a tragic day, tragic day. Luckily, one of my Pathfinders survived. Run into a big group here. Do you know what's coming? Surely. Surely you know what's coming by now. Not me, one of my allies, I'm sure. That he's helping out quite a bit. Oh, there it is. And they're down. One Band-Aid survives. Brought my recon chopper up a little further. Oops, okay. Now here's a good idea. If you got a command, you might want to turn the gun off if it's sitting in a situation like that, because he gave his position away. And I guarantee you I will have bombers coming in on that immediately. Alright, here's the power of the Canadians. Freedom fighters. And the command's down. And I like to bring the starfighters in as well, sometimes just to give them something extra to shoot at. I think I might have lost one freedom fighter there. So we've pretty much taken Kilo at this point. We can see that he had Conquerors in here, so we're going to get artillery on that, try to suppress that. And as you see, the British are working their way up over here. Eventually, you know, these green jackets are going to get in position and we're going to have eyes on everything. I don't think I had a corrected shot quite yet. So those kind of just went all over the place. But generally, I'll only shoot artillery if I have a corrected shot. And he brings some rockets in. Yeah, not good. So I lost one artillery unit there. Generally, as soon as I use artillery, I do a fire command and I hold shift and I click somewhere else. And as soon as they're done firing, they will move. You'll probably see it on this one. And I've got my other artillery coming in now. Now that's not the brightest move. Might have been the ADATs that shot him. Couldn't see exactly. So he got eyes and everything, so we brought the freedom fighters in to blow up shit. So we got 2 AA pieces, artillery, and the command. Yeah, so we pretty much just screwed him over here. And I'm calling in leopards at that point so that we can cut in and in this. Now if you played the Canadians early in the beta, you might not be aware, but the leopards are actually pretty decent tanks now. They got buffed recently. And I wish I could show that. Oh, I can. Okay. So now they've got 11 front. They've actually got 2 top armor now. Got an awesome little Canadian emblem on the side of the turret, as you can see. But most importantly, I think they used to have 4 accuracy, now they have 6, and I think it was like 10 or 11 AP, and that's up. And 4 side armor now, 11 frontal, you know, good stabilizer. These are good tanks now, solid tanks. Compared to the German line of leopards, they're kind of in between the 1A4 and the 1A5. So they're pretty much the best leopards in the game. And he's just bringing in an insane little push over here. And I'm sure we'll have bombers coming out on that. Yes, we will. So I'm probably still trying to figure out what I'm going to target. Oh, I made a last minute change. So I decided to hit these guys. It's kind of late change, so I might not even... Well, I did some damage. Yeah, they're all panicked. That's definitely going to help. These guys are worried and shaken. AGS should be able to take them on. AGS you generally don't want to get up close and personal, but since they're all panicked, it might work out alright here. You want to keep your distance with them, and they're kind of a sniper tank. See, they have very little front armor, but they have 15 rate of fire. Here come the leopards. So I'm probably using a move fast command up this road, and then at some point I change it to an attack command. That's when they'll stop. So when I use the attack command, I think I attack command probably everything. As you can see, they're pretty much just cleaning up. Yeah, great tanks. And I have the highest veterancy, so yeah, I can only call out 8, but they're really solid. And as Canadians, you know, that's generally, you're just going to save them and at the end push with them, so you don't need a huge amount of numbers. So I'm trying to make a decision here whether I go this way or that way. But I think he's pretty much got this locked down, so I'm probably going to go this way. So we know that there's some more stuff over here. I don't think we have eyes on all of it right now, but you know, it was there. So let's see these leopards in action. Coming in on starfighters, rockets. Even got Canadian choppers coming in with their miniguns. Actually, I have miniguns on their infantry carriers, which is pretty good. I'm sure I'll lose quite a few of them, but pretty fun to bring them in anyway. They will take care of some infantry, no problem. Yeah, so they did a good job of cleaning up those infantry groups there. These are probably Canadian rifles. I like to just spam them occasionally. I think that command's not going to last too long here. Oh, that's a command tank too. Is that T-80? Or 72? Ow. 200 points. Yay. So as you can see, the Leopards fared pretty well. One more left, so might have lost one or two. I'm carrying the elite ADATs. So I only have 4 of them, but that makes a big difference when they're elite. They will actually do some damage when they're elite. So I'm kind of spreading my leopards out to create a nice little front to move across here. I've only got 900 points left, so probably not going to get a lot more fun. And one of them surrenders. Oh, so I detect units here. That probably means I'm about to back up. Yeah, reverse command is so important in this game. Please learn the reverse command. You know, when you run up into trouble, it's usually better to be safe than sorry, and you know, put some reverse commands in. This one's panicked, so I'm reversing now. Might get him out in time. Yeah, see, I saved a unit there when a lot of people would lose them because they wouldn't back up. So we saw they're there. We're gonna bring artillery in. Probably airstrikes. Yep. And the good thing about bringing bomb runs in like this, we're going to see everywhere their AA is, and we can retaliate against those AA. Yeah, so both of those tanks just went down. I think I lost most of my freedom fighters there, but it was probably worth it. We got so much intel off that makes it probably worth it. So here come follow-up strikes. That AA's gone. This one's probably fixing to be gone. So you can see, yeah, we can see everything. Those got killed. Oops. Panic, that one's almost dead. Yeah, we know that Cub's there at this point. I think we can actually even see it. Yeah, because it's firing, we can obviously see it. So, it's fixing to go down. No, I guess they weren't actually even dropping on it. They got it. So we've got an air corridor over here now. So here comes the attack now. About 400 points to go. Let's see again what I can see. We know those tanks are there. Alright, here comes the game-winning bomb drop, I'm sure. We only need 300 points, so... That's a lot of bombs. Yeah, that'll do it. So that was pretty good performance there for the Canadians. Let's take a little more detailed look in here. You know, with that good stabilizer, that's one thing that makes Leopards good. You saw when they were moving up that road, they were just popping stuff while they're still going, no problem. Pretty good day for a freedom fighter there. That definitely pays for him. Yeah, I'm very sparing with the Hornets. I mean, they're so expensive, they're so valuable. Kind of want to keep them as reserves for the most part. Don't take a lot of risk with your Hornets. So, yeah, I got a lot of really expensive units. That's why that score got up. T-72 command. Anyway, that's kind of, I guess I can show you my deck real quick, my Canadian deck. Let's see here. Maple syrup for all. Okay. And that is one change I definitely want to make is on the blowpipes. I think I'm going to go ahead and move those bad boys up to the veteran level. Just to make them a little bit more effective. You know, if you can't have good AA, at least you can have effective AA when they have an opportunity. Yeah, I didn't use the Centurions there, but there are times when I use them, especially when I have a close call in, because as you can see here, well, let's see here. Yeah, 300 km autonomy. They're not going to go very far before they're out of gas. But they have pretty decent front armor, pretty decent gun. They'll do some damage. There's another nice thing on Leopard, that 8 RM. Fire pretty fast. Yes, this is another thing on the Canadians. Make sure you're using a mechanized deck because you lose nothing using a mechanized deck. So you're going to get bonuses on your support and your vehicles and veterancy. So all of my artillery is veteran level, which makes a pretty big difference. They're getting a boost on that accuracy. And they're doing some serious damage. So of course that ends up with me having 4 elite ADATs, which make a pretty big difference. You know, obviously the ADATs can be used against tanks. I tend not to use them that way too often, but in a pinch, if you had to, they will blow them up. It's kind of the only thing you lose going mechanized is you don't get access to Cougars. which the Recon Cougar is a very nice recon unit, but it's not the end of the world. It's definitely worth the bonus. You know, my Ito here, you know, I've got the Itos I called out earlier, they were elite, so anything pops up, you know, they're in trouble. Veteran, 4 veteran 2 is firing the TOW 2. Here's the Air Force decks. Freedom fires are great. Any cluster bomb over 450 will do some serious damage. The smaller cluster bombs that are in higher numbers, they tend not to work very well. Mainly I use the starfighters just for early anti-air and against early choppers and to kind of be decoys. Then of course your Hornets. Hornets are very good for the Canadians. You know, once again they have the cluster bombs, the smaller cluster bombs. You know, they'll do some damage occasionally, but they tend not to work as well. But because of these, you know, being pretty good units, they tend to be fairly accurate, so. But they're also obviously extremely good against planes. They have the highest range, Sidewinder, highest accuracy, and they have very good ECM. You know, just don't fly them into stupid situations and they'll survive. You know, lots of Vandus. I don't have the highest veterancy. That might be a mistake, I don't know, but I kind of depend on them a lot, so I need a lot of them. Yeah, I definitely probably should make those veteran. She'll do that right now. And, you know, these are probably good spammable units. You know, they got the Carl Gustav, which is going to make them really good. I just tend to avoid them for some reason. I don't know. I just prefer having these instead. They're just better in certain situations. Maybe a mistake not using them all. Then here's my logistics. Do double up on the Chinooks because using 6 artillery pieces, I mean, those things will go through supplies like crazy. So you're going to need a lot of supply. So I definitely have that going for me on this deck. And I don't feel like I'm really losing a lot anywhere else because of that. You know, what else do I really want? You know, maybe I could get a little bit more infantry, but really is that going to make all the difference when this way I can just go through artillery like it's nothing? So there you have it. That's kind of my opinion on the Canadians and how I play them. Thanks for watching.